Hey snowmobilers, welcome to a helmet video, and in this video we're going to be talking about my Mission helmet, one of the shortcomings of the Mission helmet, but not the helmet itself, it's the way I have it set up. I have a problem and we're going to solve that in today's video coming up. All right, so what is that shortcoming? What is the problem? And the problem is not that I have these wires dangling off the helmet or all this garbage here. It's not the chin mount that I have. The problem is the microphone. Now, you know, I set this up for video blogging, and when I did that, I put it's called a Purple Panda. It's a brand name, but it's, you know, a lavalier microphone. I put that in this helmet so that I could talk while I'm riding, but there's some problems with it. In this helmet, that microphone doesn't work very well. Now, I've had the experience with that in the past, and other helmets, it works fine. But in this helmet, there's enough of I think the wind noise is part of it. In the breath box, there's a lot of air movement, and that is causing a problem with that microphone, and it's overloading the sound. So my voice, not only is my voice muffled, but I get a lot of background noise. Now, some of the background noise is good, like engine noise, but I'm getting a lot of wind noise too. So we're going to solve that today. Now, one of the things I noticed is that my Delta 5 Commander, which has the Cardo communicator built in, the Delta 5 Commander is a very loud helmet, but the microphone is excellent. You don't hear any of the wind noise. I mean, wearing the helmet, it's really hard to describe how loud the Delta 5 Commander is, but you don't hear any of that in the microphone. So first of all, I want to show you the difference. So in the next clip, I'm going to show you a clip here of me talking in this helmet using the lavalier mic that I put in here. We're finally getting quite a bit of snow, and you know, this area of Minnesota happens to be kind of a lucky, a fortunate area, because there's been a lot of snow, or not a lot of snow, but there's been enough snow to ride for quite a while, and most of the state is still brown right now. Not good at all, right? Way too much background noise. Voice is not clear. It just isn't going to work for me. I mean, maybe I can get away with it, but I didn't like it. I thought it was a step backwards. Now let's compare that to my Delta 5 Commander. Now you'll notice, I'm going to show you the raw audio from the Delta 5 Commander. One of the things I've noticed with the dynamics is that the inside ski does not lift at all. Not at all. That's what I wanted. I wanted let's call it the Cardo quality of voice in this helmet. I love the Mission helmet. So for regular trail riding, the Mission helmet is perfect. But for video blogging, it's not going to work. At least the way I have it set up. Enter the Cardo Packtalk Edge. So that's what we're going to try to put in this helmet. I'm going to take the lavalier mic out of here, and I'm going to install the Packtalk Edge. All right, so what do you get when you get the Packtalk Edge? Let's take a look at it. Normally I don't do unboxing videos. In this case, I'm going to do it just so that you can see what you get. You get a very nice package with a magnetic closure. So remember, this package right here, this is a $750 or 700 and some dollar package right here. This box over $700. What you get is two communicators, because I went with the duo package. So each one of these, this is the actual communicator. And then we open that up, and we get some
safety and compliance information and a sticker. But here's where the good stuff is. Okay, so here we've got JBL speakers for both communicators. So I've got two of those. I have 2 boom mics, one for each communicator. You don't have to use the boom mic. I'm going to, but you don't have to use it. Okay. We've got the mounting bracket that attaches to your helmet. Got one of those. There's a cable, a charging, oops, I grabbed this here. We've got a charging cable. So it is a USB-C cable for charging. And you basically you would take this off your helmet and charge it. And then we've got 2 mounting kits. Okay, so in the mounting kits are adhesive so that you can attach the mounting bracket to the helmet. There's also a bracket that will fit on the helmet. There is a button microphone that you can use. And there's some, actually, here's the button microphone. This is Velcro to attach the speakers to your helmet. So all that stuff is in this package. All right, so we're going to take one of these sets and put that on the helmet. All right, so the first thing we're going to need to do is get it apart. I need to get the old microphone out. Here's the cable for the old microphone. I need to get that out. And I need to get some of the lining out. It would be helpful if I had the shield off. So I think let's start there. Let's get the shield off. To do that, there's a couple buttons over here, and we need to get the visor off. And you push the buttons, and that comes out. And then the shield comes off similarly. Push the buttons all the way up. There we go. Right out. Now this has got this the heated shield cable. I'll just unplug that. All right. Now this power cable for my GoPro, I just can get that pulled off of there. And while I'm at it, let's just get rid of this cable as well. All right, then I need to get this. All right, got that off. That looks like that could be cleaned. You know what? Let's get this out of here too. I know this is gonna be get that off. Okay, that takes care of that. So the old microphone is off. Okay, so now a little planning may be necessary. All right, so here is the Cardo mounted to the little mounting bracket. And it needs to go on the left side, of course, where all my other cables are. I guess there's room for it right here. But the problem is that this is an uneven surface. I have an adhesive bracket here that I can use, but there's really not much to stick to here. I'm afraid I don't know if it would work or not. I do have a little clip instead, and I'm thinking that the clip is the way to go. All right, so that's how it's going to work, and it just barely misses the little cable clamp here that I've got. There's a pretty wide open space here for the speakers. They do give you Velcro pads, and I think I'm going to go ahead, or they do give you alcohol pads, and I think I'm just going to take advantage of that and just kind of wipe those down. All right, with that dry, let's go ahead and put the little Velcro on here, little Velcro pads. And then the speakers. Now the speakers, there's a short cable and a long cable. The short side goes to the left, which is where this, the Cardo is actually going to be mounted. And then there's enough cable here to route it around to the back, to the other side for the other speaker. Yeah, I have plenty of room in here to jam these cables in a minute. Okay, the next thing I need to do is work with the microphone. I'm going to use you can use either the button microphone or the boom microphone on this helmet. A full face helmet, you can use either one. This is mainly for a modular helmet so that you can mount it to the bottom, the unmovable part of the helmet, the main part of the helmet, and swing the front of the helmet up, and the microphone stays put. This is, I think, because of the, I've got quite a bit of wind noise that I'm picking up here, and because of that, I think I'm going to use the boom mic. And that way I can adjust it further away from the vents. So now I'll put the Velcro on for the boom mic. And on the cheek pad, there's a spot here on the cheek pad right in between that I can put this. So I'm going to put it there. And then what's nice about this is I can make adjustments. So I can move it around a little bit if it doesn't work quite right. I'll just stick that for right there so the microphone is in the middle of my mouth. So now I need to plug everything in and then hide the cables. And then I need to put everything back together. Let's put this on first. Here. All right, this has given me a little bit of a problem here because of the bracket. So that was causing a little bit of an extra problem. I've got a little bit here that I need to fix, I think. But okay, now what I've learned about these cheek pads, if you wear glasses, one of the things I've learned is that what you want to do is, it's got the little eyeglass thing here, but you need to move this whole thing down. So it needs to go down as low as it can go inside the helmet. Oops, wrong one. Okay, I've got this to put on yet. Okay, and I can lower this microphone down here, like that. Put the Cardo on. Put the shield back on. Okay, and then the shield. Like that. I'll put my cables back on here. Like that. All right, so everything is put together. Now it's just a matter of trying it. So let's go try it. See if it makes a difference. All right, if everything is working properly, you should hear me. I'm on a road that's legal for four-wheelers to ride on, and as you can see, I kind of ran out of snow. All right, so here we go. The gravel roads are pretty sketchy right now. The only thing I really have is this paved road. So if everything is working properly, you should hear me just fine. I'm going to run up some speed here. All right, how does that sound? It should sound pretty good. It's like 50 degrees out, so I'm going to head back, I think, but I'm a little overdressed for... All right, I want to say that I really appreciate you watching this entire video, and right now I'm going to give you a couple tips that is going to help you if you decide to go with a solution like this. You can use the Cardo Connect app to record audio. So if you want to do that, you can use, via Bluetooth. That's how you would record the audio. If you have a GoPro 12, like I do, then there's another way to do it. Okay, and that's what we're talking about here. You can use the Cardo Connect. There is a way that you can use a wired connection between your Cardo and your GoPro. I wouldn't even bother with that. If you don't have a GoPro 12, then just use the Cardo Connect app. All right. But what that does though, that's kind of a pain, because now you have to basically, you're burning battery on your phone so that the Bluetooth is connected. Now you have to, make sure that it's always recording. If you touch it, you could accidentally turn it off. When I use my 509 Delta 5 Commander, I put my phone in my shirt pocket. You have to be very careful with the screen so you can't accidentally touch it and turn it off. But it does record, and it does a really good job of recording the audio that way. All right. In this case, because I'm using the GoPro 12, I should be able to connect from the GoPro Bluetooth, using Bluetooth, to the Cardo. A couple things. First of all, when the Cardo is supposed to be able to connect to two Bluetooth devices at the same time. I had trouble with that. It seemed like it would connect to my phone and would not connect to the GoPro. And I lost a bunch of audio. Rather than do that, I just disconnected the Bluetooth on my phone, and so only my GoPro was connected to the Cardo. That was problem number one solved. But the second thing that happened is when you record on your GoPro, the weird thing about that is it actually records an alternate audio. So there are two audio tracks to the video on your GoPro 12. One for the Bluetooth audio and one for the audio coming out of the camera. Now, there might be a way to disable, and I haven't looked at that yet, but there might be a way to disable the audio from your camera so that it only picks up Bluetooth. The problem with that is now every time I use my camera, I have to turn it on or off. And so I'm reluctant to do that. But I found a solution that's better. Okay, now I use a Mac for video editing. What I discovered is that I have to export the video without saving the alternate audio. Okay, so there's two audios, and if I export the video using it without saving the alternate audio, then I get only the Cardo audio. The other audio is separate. So again, with the GoPro 12, I get a separate audio track. That separate audio track is the alternate audio. So I automatically have background noise if I wanted it. But the other thing is I get my voice as the primary audio. So that was pretty frustrating. I thought I had failed. I thought that was a $389 mistake until I discovered that there were two audio tracks. And I needed to somehow export the video with my voice only. And then the other camera audio, which is mostly wind noise in this case, is a different audio. That was the only real glitch to it, and I think it was well worth it. I don't know about you, but I love having clear voice like this. This is similar to my aviation headsets, where you get that noise canceling, very good audio. I'm very happy with it, and I'm definitely going to stick with it. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for sticking with me this whole time. I really appreciate that, and I sincerely hope that I see you on the trail.